Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your grand finals. Make some noise! I want to see you blow it up in the chat as well. It is time to get this started. It's about to go down on this main stage, and we got two of our final teams, the best of the best left. And without further ado, I want to bring the squad coming from the elimination bracket. eUnited, come to the stage! Now, coming up next, from the winner's side of the bracket, Cloud9. Line up on the back wall on the left. All right. Renegade, Spartan, meet me in the middle. All right, boys. It's been a while. Here you go. You know, we just saw this matchup in the winners finals. You're back in the grand finals. Penguin, I want to talk to you first, man.
Renegade.
Sorry, Renegade, I want to talk to you first, all right? When it comes down to it, how you plan on beating these guys again?
I mean, they're a great team. Like, so me and Nick, like we talked about it, I believe that us two were going to be in the finals like months ago. So I'm glad like it actually came to, you know, to be real. But I think to beat these guys, we have to play our game. And we did it once, we can do it again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Spartan, for eUnited coming from an elimination side of bracket, it was a 3-1 victory for Cloud9 towards the winners finals, but you guys just had a tough matchup against FaZe. How you guys going to turn around?
We honestly just need to tighten up. I mean, in our series against them the first time, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot not winning that game 1 and at least taking it to a game 5.
Yeah.
We kind of choked on game 4 as well. So, I mean, we just have to clutch up. That's what this team is known for, man. They're one of the most clutch teams.
Yeah.
And the only way to win is to just make sure you clutch up and don't let them do it to you, basically.
All right, man. Well, it sounds like both of y'all got y'all game plans down pat. Shake it up right here. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for eUnited and Cloud9 as we get this grand final started. Casters, take it away.
From 270 plus teams, we find ourselves with just 2 remaining. Almost a 2-year wait for every single player, spectator, member of talent, people at home, to find themselves in this situation once more. It's been a long road. It's been a heck of a wait. But in the words of the late, great Brody Lee, it's Sunday night, and you know what that means. It's grand finals time here in Raleigh. 2 teams gonna give it their all here, Cloud9 and eUnited.
Just these 2 squads, and one of the best things on set is the fact that these 2 squads, maybe not the most talked about coming into this tournament. We talked about how they slipped their way through the bracket. This is not Optic Gaming. This is not Sentinels. This is C9 and eUnited. These 2 teams have earned their spot in the grand finals. Of course, only one will be remembered as your first ever Halo Infinite LAN champion.
And there can only ever be one first ever. I mean, this is an amazing occasion for every single player, person who sat in this arena, everyone that sat at home, to be involved with. If you're an old Halo fan, if you're a new Halo fan tuning in for the first time, welcome along. We welcome you with open arms to this grand final after what has been a day of absolutely phenomenal action, amazing entertainment, and some of the most incredible esports you could possibly wish for.
Unbelievable. We talked about it on the desk. The fact that every single series on our main stage has gone to a Game 5 Slayer, absolutely unheard of. But guess what? You're going to see your first best of 7 in Halo Infinite LAN play.
Yeah, we're not going to see a best of 5 anymore, as you say. And for Cloud9 to win, they only have to win this first series. For eUnited, it is an uphill battle. These 2 teams met up in that winners bracket final, and it was Cloud9 who actually sent eUnited down to that elimination bracket. Because of that, Andy, if you're not aware of how this format works, the fact that Cloud9 have not lost the series yet in the tournament means that eUnited not only have to beat them in 1 best of 7, they have to beat them in 2.
2 best of 7s. It's a gauntlet of a task. It's a huge mountain to climb, but guess what? If there's any boys that are ready to do it, it is this eUnited squad. You heard it there from their team. They are ready to play. They are ready to go. And let me tell you, there's nothing Ryan Noob would rather do than play 2 series right now.
Oh, 100%. One thing we've learned today, right, is expect the unexpected. We've seen game 5s. We've seen crazy turnarounds. We've seen some teams make it a little bit further than maybe we wouldn't have expected. Some of the favorites falling out early. And it wouldn't surprise me to see A, bracket reset. And B, maybe in 14 games.
Absolutely. We could possibly see 14 games this evening. I tell you what, not only is Ryan Noob ready for it, you and I are ready for it.
Oh,
I think the whole Halo community is ready for it. This room in Raleigh, packed house, every single seat filled. We are in overflow here. Players, of course, coming over from the open bracket, filling out this arena. All of you on Twitch and YouTube as well. Thank you for hanging out with us all weekend long. But this is the moment we came for. This is the grand finals, eUnited versus C9.
It's going to be a heck of an event, and certainly one that everybody who sat here is going to remember. It's a privilege and an honor to be in the caster's booth to actually talk you through this action and tell the stories of these 2 teams. And I think it's about time that we actually start doing that. Let's focus on these 2 teams. Let's start with Cloud9, the team who do have this advantage in this grand finals. Who's the man you're watching?
I think we talked about it a lot on the desk. It's Penguin. He is the one here who does not have that main stage championship win, and he's looking for it. Think about how hungry he is, surrounded by world champions. This is his chance to take his win on the stage.
On the other side of things, you have eUnited, and you have the rookie that you can see on your screen as well.
King Nick.
That's going to be Nick sitting there thinking about what could be a heck of a debut in the Halo Championship Series.
It absolutely could, of course. Saw King Nick pop onto the scene at the end of Halo 5, making a name for himself originally in free-for-all, and from there in 4v4 as well. Would be a huge opportunity for him, surrounded by players, as you said, with a lot more veteran experience on the stage. Ryan Noob, Rain, and Spartan. And man, is this team hungry. Do they ever want to steal the win from Cloud9?
And I want to talk about eUnited a little bit, and I mean this in the greatest of respect. The 4 players on that team, always seen as underdogs. Always talked about as underdogs.
Yes.
It's time to put some respect on their name. We asked the question, can they make it to a grand final? They've answered that in the most emphatic way possible. They've broken into that top 2. Now we're here at this live event, back in a LAN setting. But can they go on further? Can they take down the juggernaut that is Cloud9?
Right, already so much to be proud of. Optic eliminated, Sentinels eliminated, FaZe eliminated. The most talked about teams in this league eliminated. Now they sit alongside Cloud9. But you have to think, the one thing they want to do here is close out this tournament with a win. And what a start it would be for Halo Infinite for them if they took this first win.
We heard from Ryan Noob after the previous series as well. He was saying, you know, why they've been so successful? Preparation, preparation, preparation.
And not just that, right? Saying that they've played double that of any other team.
Which is crazy.
Crazy, because so many teams have been grinding this game once again. Only been out for about 4 weeks, which is absolutely incredible. eUnited, though, more hours on the sticks, double that of any other team. We'll have to see if that's what they need to take down C9 in 2 series.
And on the other side of things, you have Cloud9. Notorious maybe for not having the most crazy of practice regimes coming into tournaments, but a completely different beast once they do reach these tournaments. I think we've seen that from them as well. Just a little reminder to everybody that not only are they built for the big stage, the main event, the grand finals, but also the characters are starting to come out in these 4 individuals as well.
Yeah, they've been here before. They know what they need to do. Ryan Noob on your stage, though, of course, as Goopy pointed out, not only do we have about 11 years ago, Ryan Noob winning a Raleigh event. He won that event in this same convention center, in this same room at MLG Raleigh. And that man is ready to do it again.
Just a few more moments of anticipation to start building here before we get into game 1. Looking across the players here on eUnited as well. Spartan, what a player he's been as well. He has been shooting probably the best I've seen anyone, to be honest with you, so far in this tournament.
And how about also the way he popped off after that last series as well. Not afraid to exchange a little bit of trash talk, but we should focus on this player matchup here. It's going to be Eco going up against Ryan Noob.
Eco, probably one of the most well-rounded players in the entire Halo Championship series. He's got a lot of experience now. He's got a Halo World Championship ring as well back in Halo 5. Those stats incredibly impressive for someone who does so much for his team.
Absolutely. I think you really can't even put a price tag on what Eco brings to this roster. The same can be said a lot about the players on C9, but Eco, so just also so mentally strong, right? This guy's demeanor, this guy's kind of his temperature, his composure in game is just incredible.
Always a good indication of how a player is rated and how you know, hot they are as a player in the community by asking other pros, who's the best player in the game? So many of them. Eco, that name will come up again and again. What do you think are his standout attributes?
Honestly, I think the man lets pretty much his in-game play do all of the talking, which is amazing. Very rarely will you see Eco stand up across the stage and feel like he needs to trash talk, because Kevin Smith, he just plays in-game and he absolutely dominates and wins things like world championships. And when you're doing that, you don't need to trash talk too much.
That's very, very true. You just hold up the ring. It's very, very simple. And the big check that goes alongside it as well. Speaking of big checks, you saw the huge jump in that prize pool as well. A huge shout out to everybody who's been contributing to that through the crowdfunding in-game, making those in-game purchases. $100,000 being added to the prize pool, as if there wasn't enough for these players right now. Finding that out just a few moments before you step on stage.
How amazing
if you could lean further forward in your seat, I think they would.
How amazing is that, right? These players have already made it this far. They already have so much on the line. Let's add a little 100,000 extra here in the prize pool. Not too bad for everyone on stage. Once again, shout out to everyone in the community making that possible through crowdfunding, through the HCS program. But I mean, let's remind everyone that national championships used to be a $100,000 prize pool, right? Back, I mean, many of you returning here to competitive Halo, welcome back. You used to see teams fight for $100,000 only for the national championship. This is just the first event, and now they're fighting for $140,000 for first place, and this is just the first LAN.
And of course, the announcement as well. The HCS Pro Series is going to be coming up in January, so if you've enjoyed what you're seeing here, don't worry, there's going to be plenty more action kicking back off as soon as physically possible when we're in January, and then we've got much more to come as well. You've seen the Halo Championship roadmap. If you haven't, head over to the HCS Twitter and make sure you get your eyes on that, because this is only the beginning, Andy. This is the wonderful thing about it. You get the feeling this is the start of maybe a new golden generation.
I think so. I think Frosty might have said it best, actually. I think he said the golden era is now. And I have to say, after only a month of play, it's not a crazy thing to say. Just the fact that we already have such an amazing start to the Halo Infinite program, already record numbers day after day across Twitch and YouTube for Halo franchise. It's been an amazing weekend so far, but we got one more piece of the puzzle here. It's the grand finals between eUnited and Cloud9. If you're just joining us, you picked a perfect time to join, because these two titans are about to face off.
And I'm going to get a little bit sentimental here for just a few moments, because it has been a long time for everybody, right?
Yeah.
It's been a long, long wait, and it's been a difficult time for everybody over the last couple of years, but a big shout out to the Halo Championship Series, a big shout out to Esports Engine, everyone involved with putting on this event in a safe way that, you know, we could all get here in Raleigh, that we could all travel across the world to be in one room together, a community reunited under one roof. It has been such a magical weekend of action here, Andy. Not just with the big teams that have been on the main stage. We've seen everything happen in the open bracket. It's been something special, for sure.
It really has. It's incredible. You see friends who haven't seen each other, some of them from classic MLG days, some of them haven't seen each other in 10 plus years, and it's amazing to see everyone reunited today. And whether you're in the room with us in Raleigh or whether you're in Twitch or YouTube chat and reconnecting with everyone, it's great to have you here. And as Onset said, just really the start of what's to come.
The start's going to be just around the corner now. Apologies for the slight delay as the players just make sure everything's dialed in absolutely perfectly before we get our grand finals underway. Who do you think are kind of some of the hidden gems here in this series? Because we're always kind of looking at these players, and we're always thinking who is going to be the standout. Well, I'll tell you what, hold that thought.
You got it, gladly.
Because we're flying through our first map. And everybody who's been waiting for this moment, it's time to make some noise. Cloud9, eUnited, it's grand finals time here in Raleigh. Map number 1, Oddball on Streets.
What a perfect game time to kick things off here as we jump into game number 1, starting things off right away with Ryan Noob making this neon push.
Gonna get the Bulldog almost immediately here. Drop ball down, Eco, goodbye. Wow. He's taken out almost immediately, and we talk about preparation. That's something that's been rehearsed by Ryan.
Oh, without a doubt. You know Ryan Noob has dropped that drop shield many times, and Renegade there also picking up a kill, dropping a kill in the back of Tram. Rocket control in the hands of Nick as well.
Having a look across the scores at the moment, and it is going to be eUnited, who are dressed in red, who have that oddball here back. Tram Stella's going to pick up a kill on the kill feed, which is going to create at least one lane maybe to be opened here as the trade comes in. Ryan Noob is going to keep that Bulldog in his hand, so it's going to be a pretty difficult break here. The Rocket's going to be in use. There's another player flying through the front door though, and that's Stella actually, who managed to sneak past the action that's going on. Says, don't mind me, I'm going to go and pick up that oddball. That
was a momentary 4 dead. 3 fresh spawners in a moment here, so Cloud9 will start to rack up some time. Just in case we have some new viewers here in the chat, new to Halo, returning to Halo. Oddball here on Streets, of course, played now to 3 rounds. First to 100 will win each round, best of 3.
Stella picking up one here for Cloud9. Two have fallen though alongside that. But Rain is going to be the final player alive for eUnited. So a real opportunity here for Cloud9 if they can clear Rain out of the back of Tram Station here, where it looks like they're trying to move that Oddball 2 to set up. There's an opportunity here to put up not just 20, 30 seconds, but maybe even more.
Absolutely. These two teams essentially tied up here, 25 or so points each. As C9 will continue scoring. Spartan desperately trying to stay alive in Arcade. He will get away and just knock down some baskets that seem to be in the way. Back here over to Stellar on Cloud9.
Cloud9 starting to establish somewhat of a lead now as they will cross the 40-point mark. Sparty's going to pick up one kill though, which once again is just going to open the door ever so slightly in this setup. Give them some angles to work with to try and get the ball out of the hands of Cloud9. Cloud9 look like they've recognized that. The ball is down. Eco will work extremely well with Penguin to pick up a couple of kills. But speaking of which, it was Rain who picks up a double himself.
Penguin outputting so much damage there. Renegade trying to decide how he wants to move this. Somehow he's able to go freely from B stairs to rocks and gets them for free.
And just to stay alive as well, a couple of rockets in the chamber to work with. Rhino has the ball in hand. However, let's see what C9 do though in the comms as they have that ball now down on the floor. It's time for an Astro listening early in our series with Cloud9.
Yo, speak on Bulldog. Trash.
Bulldog
Big. Going down. See, there's a shot. Got one. Trash. Nice. Two dead. Tell me where he's spawning.
Watch me behind me.
You're back out. Okay. From driveway?
Yeah, from wherever. Just tell me.
Okay, I'll come help.
They're there, they are there.
I see one PD.
You can ask me about
I had to back up.
I got him, I traded him.
I'm just gonna try to live here.
There's a guy pink street, there was a guy. B stairs. It's gonna be trash. It's gonna be trash on you as well.
One shot, he's going to B balcony.
Alright.
Might go dead. Good shit. Spartan, last guy left. Just he could be anywhere.
B stairs on me.
Yep, it was Spartan. I spawned B.
10 seconds.
I'm
staying alive at red.
Play tight.
I'm ATM, guys. Braden, you should back
They're
up a
on B,
little
they're on
bit.
B, at least one. In B, we're gonna go driveway. E balcony to trash, bottom trash.
Killed one. 2
Bottom
seconds.
trash,
2
bottom
seconds.
trash.
1 second.
Good job.
Good shit, guys. Keep it up. Keep this shit up.
Unique shot. They like to try to push me. It's fucking shoddy.
Yeah, they're usually two guys go driveway.
One driveway. Two driveway.
Yeah, two guys. He's rockets.
He stairs on me.
Yeah, rockets purple.
Rockets are purple on me.
He's weak. Need help?
One shot Bulldog Zane. I need help to your
Bulldog
right. One shot.
One shot front C. He's in ATM with shoddy going back to C stairs.
John got a god spawn. You gotta hide, John. You gotta chill.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Front tower.
Well, lots to take away there from that Astro listening. Not only hearing what happened towards the end of the game, but also you can see how quickly these rounds turn away. Not a lot of time to discuss what actually happened. We're straight back in now to round number 2.
That's right, in this new oddball format, as we said, first to 2 wins here, of course, best of 3, and as you heard, a lot of things to take away from that. Cloud9 will win the first round of oddball, but my God, how calm is this team? How collected is this team in between rounds and even off the start of the round onset? They're not even saying anything. They know exactly what they need to do. They're here to do it on the main stage, and there's so much understanding between this team.
Sounds like the time for preparation is over. Now it's the time to perform. Rain is going to be in a position to to be honest, survive here. Renegade is going to be coming off the respawn, but the rest of Cloud9 already got their feet on the tarmac here on streets to try and defend this setup. King Nick is going to be moving towards that pink street. He's going to actually be moving towards Arcade, as that ball is now set up behind that A tower. The drop shield will go down. The drop wall is going to be just enough to get some shots down, but a strong push now coming on Neons, means that Spartan's going to have to defend.
Spartan almost turns 3 there on Renegade. Doesn't clean up on the last one. Now over to Nick on eUnited. 2 dead, 1 fresh spawner on C9.
It was actually 4 dead there momentarily for C9, but the respawn's actually coming in over PD, and it looks like eUnited with some split spawns across the map here, which is a little bit unfortunate for them. Eco going to find Ryan Oob above him on the balcony. He needs to hit these shots, but no. Ryan Oob. He said he didn't play too well against C9 earlier. Well, he started to step up a little bit at the start of this grand final.
Also a rocket grab here from Spartan of eUnited, so maybe that was the spark that eUnited needed to turn things up in round number 2.
That's going to be 1 kill hit. Eco's trying to make that flank as well. It's going to be 2 here for Spartan. Double kill. Add up all the stars. However, the Bulldog is starting to bite. Behind him, he gets the beat down. It will be traded out almost immediately thanks to his teammate Rain. Last player alive is going to be stuck under that A tower. And the oddball should be picked up pretty soon here as the time is starting to go in the favor of eUnited. 43 points and rising.
Lots to talk about here, but where does that entire play start on set? It's with Ryan Noob out-BRing Eco from that PD balcony. All of that leads to a rocket grab. Then we see 44 points on the board for eUnited, as they're certainly here in the second round.
Nick picks up that fresh Bulldog as well. Stella has managed to sneak through though, and he's managed to get the ball in his hand. So now it's going to be kind of a reversal of roles from what we just saw a few moments ago. eUnited had this setup. They managed to get a lead. Now Cloud9 have it, and they managed to pick up the first kill. However, Ranger says, I'm not bothered about this setup. I found my way through. He picks up the kill onto Renegade. Now he's flanking around the A tower as well. Here's Rain again, and the amount of time that he stays alive is so detrimental here to Cloud9. But Eco with that double kill is going to calm things down for just a few moments.
Several dead once again on the side of eUnited. Ryan Noob desperately trying to make something happen in the back, but Stellar and Eco should be able to work together here. It's a perfect job here in a killing spree for Eco as well. However, the ball's been stolen.
Not just stolen. It's been hijacked. It's been brought all the way back to Tram by Nick and eUnited. The respawns are going to be coming in as well. Penguin has managed to sneak behind enemy lines, but look at this. Renegade saw what was happening off his respawn, managed to get into a position to stop that time. And now the transition of that setup has actually moved into the hands of Cloud9.
You put it perfectly. Renegade was ready for that rotation. He flies into the back of Tram, and with some help on front C, they also clear that out. Look at this, though. Here, a little sneaky rocket pocket moves. Eco will fall. Rockets will stay down bottom middle.
Yeah, a little bit of overconfidence there from Eco, just standing on that weapon pad, expecting to be able to pick those up without any challenge coming his way. Penguin will manage to sneak in to pick up those rockets, and you can see Ryan once again trying to move back towards Tram. That's one rocket going to be used. Not going to pick up the kill. However, the battle rifle is always trusty as it pops out to clean up that kill. There's a little bit of a long-range rocket that's going to connect from Penguin. However, kill's still being traded out. Ryan Noob now last alive for eUnited. He's going to pick that ball up, and he's going to try and milk a little bit of time.
Such a pesky angle fighting from bottom C stairs into B, and just knew exactly how to hit that rocket. Tied game here on set, 54-53.
Ryan Noob playing really, really well as well. Looking across the statistics here, he's currently 11-5. So by far the standout player as far as kills and deaths is concerned for eUnited. But look at the score here, Andy. Almost tied up exactly. Cloud9 only need one more round to find themselves up by 1 in this series, but eUnited have started to roll back into this.
That's right. Let's remind everyone, eUnited has to win this double kill for Spartan. Maybe 3 on the trash cans. That's will pick up a triple kill.
Beautiful stuff from Spartan. Now we're starting to heat things up. Sentinel beam. Going to be causing a few burns to some players from Cloud9. More importantly, though, while all of this damage is being done, objective efficiency certainly on display here for eUnited. The kills are not going to waste. They have that ball in their hands. They're past that 72 kill mark. Spartan's going to pick up a kill, get some more damage down. Nick's in position now to pick up that kill. Oh, Ranger's sitting there holding the oddball.
Yeah, Ranger's sitting C-Balk. He's ready to play the ball if he needs to, but as you said, tick-tock goes the clock. Here they are, 81-53 now.
Killing spree for Ryan Noob. Penguin trying to stay alive. The battle rifle comes out again. Penguin managing to play his life, but there's a thrust. There's a beat down from Ryan Noob, clearing out all of the arcade side. The ball still in the hands here of eUnited as well. Nick and Rain the only players alive, though. It looks like Rain might be thinking about a play ball, but he also might be thinking about winning the game. 98 points, not enough, though.
C9 know that their back is completely against the wall. All it takes is one single push here from eUnited. They will win the round, 98-59.
Can't get desperate, though. Eco's up on this balcony. Finds a rocket into Red Room. It's not going to connect for a kill, though.
Baits the rocket there, fakes a slide into Red Room, then goes right back into arcade. That will cost them 1 rocket.
There's another kill, though, and look at that kill feed. Renegade picks up 2. Eco gets taken down thanks to the thrust from Spartan. But all the while, the kills are being traded across these two teams. Stella is the man with the ball in his possession. Penguin's picking up another kill. And even though eUnited have 98 points on the board, here comes Stella. He picks up 2. Rain, a vital battle here with Renegade. Renegade will win it. And eUnited still cannot collect these last 2 points.
Nick has to win this. This could be it. 10-point game. Nick has to stay alive for his teammates.
Renegade has the Bulldog, though.
They don't know he's there. They don't know he's there.
Eco picks up that ball. The Bulldog is going to start to bark. Eco starts to rotate away. Nick picks up 1, though. Stella, he gets a double. Eco says, I'm out here, boys.
Look at the rotate.
And he's going to rotate down to the B stairs. And manages to clutch up in game number 1. 2 rounds on the board for Cloud9. 1 game on the board in the series.
Look at that rotate from C9. It's a perfect one. They go up to the B street, they go up to B stairs, and they sit on the balcony, drop down. That's a C9 win in game 1.
Once again, just the composure on display from Cloud9. 2 points was all that eUnited needed to tie things up in oddball here in our first game of the day, but Eco managing to sneak through into this position. The damage wasn't done too Spartan there, but knowing there's a player on that balcony means you can't push.
You can't. And look at this, it was 98 to 60. And Cloud9 playing absolutely perfect Halo to close it out.
Great use of the thrust there from Spartan, but Renegade, there was that double kill he picked up that gave the opportunity to rotate that ball away. Stella had it in his hands, and you can see the moves that start to come out. Spartan gets taken down here right towards the end of the game. Stella with the bulldog goes embarking, almost manages to pick up that triple. Nick managed to do what he could towards the end of the game. He thought there might be a chance if Nick could stay alive, but C9 were just so aware of every single player's position.
And as you can see here, Nick must have gone front C because they actually take the ball that way. Eco actually goes up the street. And look at the perfect wrap. You're going to see it here. Eco goes all the way up the street. King Nick's already out of the picture despite picking up kills. And look at the clock. Eco knows exactly where to go to play the perfect angle.
And that means that C9 go up by 1 in this best of 7. Eco, we talked about it before the series started. Everything you could want to know about this player was almost on display in game number 1 there. If you're new to competitive Halo, you don't know about Eco, one of the most well-rounded and intelligent players that you could possibly wish to watch.
I don't know what you would ask for more in a teammate. Perfect comms, perfect play, as we said, and not unnecessarily flashy. Doesn't need to talk trash, just needs to make perfect plays like the one you just saw on display.
He also has that intangible, which is very rare in any player at the top level. Ice in the veins.
The iciest of veins.
The iciest of veins. The man does not feel pressure, regardless of the situation. You saw in those final moments there, yes, you could say that Cloud9 could afford a mistake because they already won that first round of the game, but they don't make mistakes, C9. As we now head into our second game of our grand finals. This time we get a little bit of recharge action. First to 50, straight up kills here in Slayer.
That's right, 12 minutes on the clock. We'll have to see if eUnited can answer back, tie the series 1-1, or will C9 go up with a score of 2-0.
That grapple shot has been something which has been creating some crazy opportunities to make plays for whoever can control that. But that camouflage bottom middle, Andy, we've seen how much of a game changer that has been so far in all of the games today. Both in the winner's bracket and the elimination bracket. All of the games started to slow down until that camo forces those fights.
It's going to be absolutely massive and certainly something we'll be keeping a very close eye on here. It looks like might have been Renegade that sneaks away with it. Yes, indeed it is. He will grab that. Also, he will grab the repulsor and unsurprisingly make a play for the sword as well.
If he can get this sword, then Cloud9 are going to be pretty dangerous on this map. They have a 2-1 lead, so everybody kind of decided to back out of the early battle, which I kind of like from both teams. Not giving up any advantage, but speaking of advantages, here comes Renegade.
Oh my God,
fearless! He picks up 1, he picks up 2! Double kill for Renegade, opening up the map.
Look at this, tries to repulsor jump up top yellow. Surprisingly doesn't hit the repulsor jump, but still, they're up 4-1. What's interesting is eUnited was actually turtling because they knew the sword was coming, and they still could not fight off the push.
However, they managed to pick up 2 kills away from where Renegade was. So, eUnited doing a pretty good job, and now they're making the push onto Renegade, who is playing around this corner. Rain doesn't have that information.
Oh boy, here we
and
go.
If he sneaks around this corner, he's gonna be in for a sneaky surprise. Rain is gonna win the battle. Sword now down. That is so important for eUnited.
Talk about a swing. We just had Renegade with repulsor sword camo. And you have to think, if Renegade comes around that corner with the sword out, I think he wins that battle against Rain, but Rain with some great shots. So here we are, 5-4 in favor of eUnited. Such control, such composure from the eUnited side.
And now you're seeing this game slow down once again. Nobody wants to give away any kills in the build up to that next power-up coming up. That's going to be the camouflage bottom middle. You can see the teams try and make a play on it, try and converge down to see if they can maybe make the push around it, but King Nick, he's not having any of it. He's got that shock rifle in his hand, he's picking off heads.
Nick's saying, I don't really want to play this game slow, guys. I'm going to just bring the shock rifle out and maybe pick off a few heads, as you say. 2 dead for each side momentarily, will be 8-6. Control push here, coming from Ryan Noob, tries to pull off a little 360, doesn't help. But it's cleaned up by Nick in the end. He grapples out perfectly to back elevator and to safety where he can catch his breath and also his shields. Look at this again, Renegade, perfect camo control from Cloud9. Here's the sneaky camo push.
Nick has no idea. He does have a shock rifle though. Grenade's gonna go down. Renegade will pick up that kill. Shock rifle out of their hands. Can they get the trade though? Rhino versus Renegade! Perfect from Renegade! Kills falling in the favor of C9.
Renegade is fearless this game. That's the second time we've seen him confidently fly into a battle, win that one with ease. Just like that, it brings Cloud9 in the lead, 12-11. Expect the same thing from Renegade all series. This man is here to win.
Concentration on the face of Renegade as well, just focusing on that cross, seeing if anyone from eUnited is going to move towards that long haul. He has that shock rifle, which with perfect shots to the head, you hit every single burst, you're going to kill an opponent in just one clip. Still holding this cross, still trying to make sure that he's covering his teammates here, but once again, we're seeing the game start to slow down.
It's going to be Eco dying there, top yellow, so we will go 12-12. And like we talked about on set in a lot of these Slayers, whenever you see a Slayer slow down like this early on, it's a sign of mutual respect from each team, right? Neither team wants to make the mistake. They know if they start to go down and give up a few free kills early, that could be the end of the game. So you can tell just how much these teams respect one another in our grand final. Sword kill for Penguin there.
Penguin once again showing the sword control, especially in these closed areas like pipe, like around the control tower, is what can change games. 13-12, Cloud9 do have the lead. 23 seconds until that next power-up is going to be coming up bottom middle. For now, the team's just posturing up. Again, every time that we move away from someone with that shock rifle, a headshot is hit.
This next camo, as you say, in 12 seconds. So far, Cloud9 is 2 for 2 in power-up control. They've had that camo. It's been Renegade both times. All eyes right now on bottom middle for that camo power-up.
It's difficult here for eUnited though, Andy, because they know they have to move out and they have to show themselves a little bit to get anywhere near that power-up. But Renegade's just holding the crosses. He's got the shock rifle. He can make the plays.
Here goes Ryan Noob might have snuck away based on his movement.
And once again, we step away from Renegade. He picks up a headshot with that shock rifle. So for eUnited at the moment, they're just kind of stifled into positions they don't want to have to push. There's King Nick. He'll be taken down as well. Renegade didn't even have to fire a shot. That's how good the teamwork is coming in from C9.
There's a triple ping there from Eco and Hydro. I have to think indicating something about camo. Looks like won't be a factor just yet. Now 13 to 13 here. Top yellow control still in the favor of C9. They'll go up by 3. Rain barely slides under the tag from the shock rifle.
7-2 Renegade, but Ryan Noob has managed to get that sword. He tries to fly in. Will he get the kill? Yes, he will. It's 2 in quick succession coming in from Ryan Noob. But here's Renegade! Doing his best Scorpion impression. A slice and dice. And every bit of the sandbox on display here in Halo Infinite.
Everyone here around the main stage still talking about just how good that clip looked. You might think, why is he grappling the sword to him? Does it seem necessary? Yes, it was necessary. Perfect timing. He had the call out. Someone was coming from top yellow, and he executes that perfectly. They will stay in the lead here, but by a narrow margin. It's 20-17.
Stella just trying to rotate around that long haul, put some shots onto Blue, make sure that he's got a position to get away as well. Rhino playing a sneaky corner, and here we go again. The game starts to slow down to a crawl. Unless you're Spartan, he decides to get involved. He's got the Mangler in hand. The one-shot beatdown is enough for him to pull one of those kills back. But I have to point out here, even though camo control and shock rifle control has been in the hands of C9 for the majority of this game, look at the score. eUnited have managed to keep this close.
They really have, despite, as you say, really against all odds, despite not having control of really any of the map so far. Really only one sword play that we saw from Ryan Noob where he was able to pick up a few kills. Renegade thinking about maybe checking some angles at top elevator though.
Can be found. Body shot going to hit Rain, but not the headshot that he was looking for. Little reload. Puts a fresh can in the end of the shock rifle. Oh my word. Ryan Noob, do not poke. Grapple now coming in from Renegade. As the move will be made mid-map, and it looks like C9 have decided they want to speed things up here.
They absolutely do. Oh my gosh, here comes the grapple from Renegade. Oh my god, clinical work with the commando. Grapples up and makes very, very quick work of Spartan.
And look how loose now Renegade and C9 are starting to play. That's confidence coming in. There's the grapple back up to A. So also recognizing that even though he's feeling good, even though things are starting to pan out for him and his team, he's still got to be sensible to keep that power weapon in his control.
Stays alive, eventually gets punished though for just thinking about that shot over there onto C Plat. Double kill for Ryan Noob on the other side, keeping the game close once again. It's a 4-kill game.
Rain picks up one as well. Gonna make that 2 as he picks up Eco. He was trying to just give no presence whatsoever, playing his life behind that blue box, but not going to be happening. A couple of plasma grenades going in. Looks like Rain knows exactly where the players are, and they're not going to be happy to push because, as you can see in the back pocket, that secondary weapon, the Mangler, is going to be absolutely devastating if anyone tries to poke through that door.
The point you made earlier on set such a great point because really it has been C9 with the advantage in terms of power up and power weapon control. C9 nades coming in from bottom control into top yellow. Those will connect a bit, so it's going to force eUnited to reposition back a bit. But the game's still so close. It's a 3-kill game, 27-24.
Renegade once again just creeping up behind Rain, though. He will get the kill. But even though Rain was in a disadvantageous position, he had the advantage with the weapon in his hands. Managed to use that Mangler to turn things around and make sure that he got that trade, 28-26. The question here, Andy, is what's going to happen if eUnited can get a camo in their hands?
So impressed. Look at this now, 27-28. eUnited very happy. Look at the shots from Spartan.
Sweet Jesus.
Tie game now.
Those shots under pressure, so good, and they're all happening, all these kills around that power-up coming up. Rain has managed to steal it. He's got it into the control now of eUnited, but Renegade chases him down. So we still have to find that question out, the answer to it. Will they be able to put a power-up to use if they can get hold of it? Spy picks up, whoa, my word, Ryan turned him on his head.
Oh boy, Ryan Noob with a few extra words to say as well. That's perfect timing as eUnited takes the lead. Let's go into an Astral listen-in with eUnited.
Very weak.
We kept them one. I'm trying to get elevator before they get there. Yeah, throw that again. Me or no?
I feel like they're already there.
I'm here. I'm hiding.
I'm trying to get there, Nick.
Right, hell, an elevator. It's not my fault. He's elevator and there's red shirt.
I'm bottom mid. I'm bottom
mid. Kevin.
I'm on camo boxes, guys.
Top red still there, Tim?
Yeah, I shot once. Eco.
Bottom.
He's red shirts party coming up. Kevin,
Elevator, I'm pushing.
trying to push.
One, another guy on me, top red.
I'm one shot.
I don't see elevator.
He's the bottom elevator.
Red ledge.
He's Mangler on you.
He's dead. He's dead.
I saw one red ledge.
Nice, guys.
Nice tie.
Looking long.
Right here. Eco weak.
They're going to be on your end.
Yeah,
sniping red stairs. He's going up red stairs. Up red stairs, sniping, guys.
One shot C plat.
I can look see plat.
Great.
Nice.
Another guy up red.
This one bottom mid.
Did I get that snipe? Wait, quick glass, penguin.
I'm in blue, guys.
We might get class.
I'm here in blue.
Okay, there's a guy.
Sword, Tim. One shot blue stairs.
Still here. I'm getting naded. One shot, Renegade.
Secret steps long. C-plat. Yeah, I'm C-plat got two guys probably. That's it.
He's one shot.
Nice,
guys.
Top right. I'm not from blue again. Where? Frames, the steps. On steps, blue steps, on blue steps. Tim, you got him.
We step away from the comms, and eUnited step into the lead. They've turned this game on its head now, 39-36, make it 40, a 4-kill advantage with just 10 more to go.
Talk about the resilience here, the endurance of eUnited. It's been an amazing game for them. They were down by 5, they were down by 4. That continued throughout the mid-game. However, here in the late game, they now have the lead by 3, 40-37. Things getting down to the wire. We have less than 2 minutes left. Camo just popped.
This could be absolutely game-changing for either team. Renegade makes the play. Renegade picks up camo. C9 have the chance with this power-up to not only drag back that 2-kill differential here, Andy,
with the shock rifle,
but also to go into a lead, and combining the two power weapons and power-ups together is going to put a lot of pressure on Renegade's shoulders, but it also gives him the opportunity to make a play to turn this round.
2-kill game. Renegade just has free reign to take any angle he wants, but he needs to hit the shot. He hits the shot! 40-39.
Oh, Renegade is heating up at the best possible moment for Cloud9. And with that camo, with that shock rifle, it's now 41-40 in the favor of C9.
4 unentered kills. It's a perfect camo grab. It's perfect usage there. Once again, Renegade with bold plays. He's not afraid to go in and test himself. Can he hit the shots? The answer is yes. 41-40 with less than 1 minute left.
We're into the embers of this game. 50 seconds left. Cloud9 looking to make a pay. Nick picks up one though. It's going to be traded out. Still a 1-kill difference between the two teams. eUnited need to make some plays. The push is going to be coming in. Oh my word. Rain had to be perfect. And he was. 35 seconds left in this game. Number 2. We're all tied up.
Once again, the confidence from Renegade. That is wild to turn around on him. Spartan down low. Needs to be careful. 26 seconds left. 43-42, a kill from Rain. Now eUnited takes the lead.
Rain has just picked up the biggest kill. We've seen some crazy shock rifle plays. That could have been the biggest. Kill's going to be traded. Stella, can he stay alive? Renegade picks up 1. Oh, it's 45-44. In the last knock-ins here, C9 have gone crazy, but no! 5 seconds left. 1-kill advantage here to Cloud9, and it's going to be enough.
Let's go!
Look at Renegade. He can't believe it. He cannot believe it. Renegade actually dropping down bottom middle on that camo. The late one, he gets taken down, but still C9 will win by 1 kill in the late game chaos. They go up 2-0 in the series.
The question we asked before this series, and we talked about on the desk, what haven't we seen over the last 3 days of action here? One of them is a game of Slayer not even going to 50 kills.
Not very often we see that in Halo Infinite, and by not very often, I mean almost never. Does not happen in the first 4 weeks of online play. Has barely happened here today on LAN. Let's take a look at the highlights, the last few seconds of that match. Here's your final 35.
Thought that eUnited won it. To be honest with you, they made this push. It was a brave push, but how quickly did C9 regather inside a turbine to put the pressure back onto eUnited? This is the point though. They decide to make this push. The call out comes through. They jump up. Penguin gets taken down, but all these shots just raining in from the back as the rest of Cloud9 group up together. Renegade and Eco stepping up in the biggest of moments, even with Nick picking up that kill. It wasn't enough. Penguin with that clutch difference maker kill.
My God, 46-45. Like you said, Onset, that is not a score line that you see in Halo Infinite Slayer. So another surprise that was still in store for us here on Championship Sunday. This is your grand finals. Cloud9 now leading 2-0. We're going to Stronghold's live fire next.
Stronghold's a live fire. Now, eUnited might have an opportunity to get back into this. They've been very, very productive in their Strongholds games. They love to rotate. They love to play at our pace, which is something that could trouble Cloud9. We know Cloud9 historically like to play extremely fast themselves, but when you've got that kind of carnage on the map, especially when you're down 2 in the series, maybe that's a way to win a couple of 1v1s. Get that teamwork back together. If you're joining us for the first time, you haven't watched competitive Halo Infinite, then if you need to know about Strongholds, there's 3 plots you have to control 2 of them to be scoring. If you control all 3, you're going to be scoring even quicker.
That's right. Not easily done, though, of course. Once you're controlling 3, you're going to have to manage a lot of your opponent's spawns, and they're going to be flying into each of those strongholds as well. And, of course, going to be a tough battle. And like you said, 2 teams that are going to play very fast.
Well, it's been a crazy start to the series. We're going to take just a moment here to send it back to the desk because Lottie, I mean, C9 looking pretty strong right now. eUnited have got a lot of work to do.
They do have a lot of work to do. However, they were putting the work in that Slayer. They kept it close the entire time. There was no moments really there where we saw any snowballs from either team. They kept it close. They kept their guard up. But I got to say, I really felt like Renegade was the game changer for Cloud9. And I'll tell you why. Not only were his stats incredible, but he was on the ball in terms of getting the camos. He got 2 camos right at the start. He managed to get the energy sword right at the beginning, back ramp. That made all the difference. He made his way through long haul, got those 2 cheeky little kills. And that really set the tone for C9 and their dominance. They really went toe-to-toe to eUnited, and we know that eUnited like to slay out. Spartan was on his ball as usual. What did you make of the series overall, Clutch, so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it best, Watt. Renegade as a player is starting to take over this series. He's doing what Renegade does best, and that's control power weapons and power-ups. Renegade being one of the greatest slayers we have in the HCS for the past few years, he's known for just absolutely scavenging every single piece of equipment, everything that will give him an advantage, he does.
The funny fact is that because he was so focused on getting the camo, he even did it when it was 44-44 and almost threw it away for C9, but thankfully has teammates who are focused on getting those kills around it.
I got to admit, I honestly, at one point, I mean, the boys actually had to let me know that C9 won that map. I'm not even joking, because at one point I was so focused on the fact that with 8 seconds to go, Renegade wanted that camo so damn bad, and I respect the grind to go get the power up, I really do. However, I was like, oh, I was freaking out, wasn't I? Because I was like, why would you go for that then? Clutch, talk to me about that, because it could have gone a different way, but why would Renegade push so hard with 8 seconds to go for that camo and drop down from top mid?
Well, you can tell even in the grand finals, the game is getting chaotic, and because the Slayer goes down to the 0 mark on the clock, these players didn't understand that this power-up actually doesn't come up until it's 0 on the clock, so it will be irrelevant. They have not run into this situation yet in Halo Infinite. The game's still new, they're still learning, and even in the grand finals, you have lessons to learn on both sides.
Walshy, I mean, that was just absolutely amazing. In terms of a Slay, it was so close. You know, how are you feeling right now about these teams on the main stage? You know, it's 2-0 right now for eUnited and Cloud9, but how are you feeling about eUnited and their gameplay here? Because they're keeping up.
Yeah, I mean, it's so solid. These games are so incredibly close. You can't count them out. But end of the day, like we said, Cloud9 has only dropped 6 maps this entire tournament. So eUnited has a ton of work to do if they're going to somehow bring this back. And sometimes losing those heartbreakers, can be difficult as well. Sometimes losing a game 46-45 can be worse than losing a game 50-35 because your team is just thinking about all the what ifs, like what if we did this, what if we did that, whereas sometimes you lose by a larger margin, it's like whatever, that game's over, let's move on to the next game type.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to talk a little bit more about the generics here as well, because we go into detail a lot, but right now, Cloud9, 2-0 up. The momentum is huge. How big is that momentum swing? Very quickly, Clutch.
I mean, the momentum is everything. I think Dave said it best when you're winning the close games, hardly ever do you look back and think to yourself, we could have done more. When you lose the close games, that's when you look back and you have so much regret. I don't think eUnited can afford to lose any more close games if they want to come back in this series.
They really can't. I'll tell you what, we will find out right now. We're heading back over to our casters on set. Bravo, let's get this grand finals finished, please.
Let's try and do it, indeed. We're going into game 3 now, and it's going to be strongholds, like we mentioned on live fire. And you were looking at some stats here from both sides. And what are your conclusions? You've been in the lab.
I have been in the lab, thanks to, of course, our great team here, Matty Rums, Dan Gaskin, so many people, also a bunch of people running stats for this event. We do have C9 4-2, I believe, in strongholds. Actually, eUnited 3-3, so we'll be looking for maybe C9 to have the upper hand here.
Well, off the break here, Renegade's going to pick up the sniper rifle, and with the way that he was using that shock rifle a few moments ago, it wouldn't be surprising to see him do some pretty nasty things already off the break here. You can see they're making that push right across top middle here for A. However, eUnited are going to have early control. B and C in their control. However, with Cloud9 inside of C, that scoring is going to stop for now, and it will be AC now in control of Cloud9. It looks like Renegade's been given the task of defending A.
Rain
by ripping off Nick's head, that's one way of doing it.
Rain thought about it. He's like, hey, no, I'm not going to go that way. That does not look good. How happy is C9? He did trip cap off of the opening. You have a C cap perfectly. He stays on A. He controls that. Now look at this, just tagging people back tower as well. It's an early trip cap, early control for C9.
And this is what is scary, here for eUnited. The fact that Renegade is feeling himself, that he's trying to play at a high pace, and we're already 46 points and rising on the clock here for Cloud9. And a reminder, they only need to win 2 more games in this series, they can call themselves champs.
This Raleigh crowd liking what they saw just now from the side of Renegade, and man, is he ever playing confident. Also, look at the little pieces of the puzzle. Also just plays that sniper rifle off of the edge, so it will not be available or in play either. Look at this lead, 70-4 in favor of C9.
Feels like we've only been on the map for around 30 seconds or so, and that is the hottest start you could possibly want if you're Cloud9, just riding that wave of momentum. But finally, eUnited will start your challenge a little bit here. Speaking of challenges, Spartan's going to have to deal with something. There's a repulsor. There's a headshot to follow it up. Maybe that's the spark they need. Is Spartan the catalyst for eUnited to start waking up here?
Nice little A-B control for eUnited, but they know just as well as we do that they're going to have to really extend this into even more. C9's going to be ready to make the push, and to be honest, C9's already got a nice little cushion here, so they can really put together a coordinated push to get a little bit more control.
Ryan Noob's picking up one though. Rain is also picking up another kill. Here comes Rain. He's flying through this, guys, because he knows that the help is coming. However, he gets taken down. The fight is down for that overshield. You can see Renegade is trying to make the move. He's actually going to pick it up, but look at the kill feed. Spartan moves into the position. It was not popped, and now Spartan will have that. eUnited with a momentary triple cap, an overshield, and it looks like they're back in the game.
eUnited back in the game, absolutely. Just like that, they're only down by 22 points. They will continue scoring on AC as well.
This is what eUnited needed, just to slow down the pace that C9 were playing at. Stella's going to pick up the first kill though. Spartan's trying to deal with Renegade, which you can see is quite a difficult thing to do, but a killing spree here for Spartan. There's going to be 5 kills in a row without response.
Look at the angle that King Nick just took from bottom middle onto the overshield. He made sure to still get a burst in so that they win that. Then we do see Spartan grab the overshield, and then that leads to eUnited control. Every little piece that you see is such a big difference maker at the highest level of competitive Halo.
BC in control of Cloud9. They are scoring once again. They go back into the lead, but what a run that was from eUnited. And speaking of running, it looks like Stella's got his running shoes on as he's found a sniper rifle. My goodness me, that is a shot and a half from B. Stella looking for more as well. Drops down to the back tower. Eco going to be there to help him out. That one gave a haircut. The BR shots are pretty good as well, but now the cover fire comes in from Spartan. Sniper down as well as Stella.
Yeah, very nice play there from Rain, but Nick actually dies from tower because there's actually a little bit more pressure there top tower, and eUnited's actually forced out of C. Some really great work from C9 to still maintain some presence here, and it's Renegade, who else, at tower that forces them out of C.
But now you're going to see the rotation coming in towards B, but it looks like there's plenty of support for Cloud9 over there, so they're managing to hold on to B. Rhino will be taken down as well. And the rest of eUnited now give up on that rotation. A little bit of a change of plan here.
Yeah, two things to talk about there. First of all, it's a great play from Renegade to stay alive at the back of the tower. Also, eUnited needs to make sure they're clearing out tower when you go get C. If you're not clearing out tower, that's what's going to happen to you. There's going to be a player behind you. He's going to surprise you and be a huge thorn in your side.
Rain trying to make a play here onto the overshield. Both players reaching for the gold medal, but one comes away with silver. Unfortunately, what has happened to that Obi though? Was it popped?
I don't think so.
Is the power-up still going to be down?
I think it's down there. It did not look like there was time to burn, and that's right. Penguin actually is going to take it. He's going to pop it, and now with the overshield, get ready to push on back tower.
A being taken as well by Cloud9. Seeing their control. B momentarily in their control. And there's an AR to pick up some nice shots and a beatdown to take down Rain. Clearing out that tower like you talked about. And still having some overshield to play with here, Penguin.
Penguin is the reset man. Just flying around, he'll reset this strongholds for you. He can reset the other strongholds for you. He'll fly right around. He's also got an AR. And that thing absolutely melts and shreds. Trip cap continues for the side of C9, now 180 to 77.
A few moments ago, this was pretty close. Tied up around 70. Now it's 170, 190, and almost 200. Ooh. There's a repulsor up into the skies from Renegade. He's got the heat wave, the meat wave, whatever you want to call it. It's certainly starting to chunk here for C9.
It is working well, and look at the movement here from Renegade as well. Just drop sliding his way around the map, moving around so quickly. And like I said, this game is very quickly getting out of hand as he takes down Ryan Noob as well. And you start to wonder, is C9 about to 4-0 in our grand finals? Right now, they look like they might.
Found that zone that's so difficult to play against C9 when they find themselves in that rhythm, in that pattern of play where everything just starts to click. It's not just the individual skill, it's the aggression, the rotations, the trust in each other in those fights when they need a little bit of help that it's going to come in. C9 look on fire at the moment.
They do, and not just the trust, right? It's also just the understanding. When we talk about the opening on Street's stronghold, right? Excuse me, Street's oddball, great shots there out of Stellar. Little hold this medal for him. Going to try to win another battle. Eventually will be taken down, but you heard in there listening. They know exactly what everyone's doing here during these games, and it is really showing on the scoreboard. Nice little back smack for Renegade. Also going to try to win another one against Spartan.
There's confidence coming in from Renegade as well. He's going to challenge. Spartan will take him down, but not without a fight. Another overshield now goes to C9, so that's 2 in a row. And Penguin, you call him the reset man, now he's trying to capture this stronghold himself. A little bit of help going to be coming in as well, but it's now only 19 points required by Cloud9 to actually win this game. This has been such a fast move. The repulsor away. Get away from my stronghold.
It's the little details, and when you're in B, having a repulsor is so key because nades are going to be coming in from all angles, whether you're inside B or outside B. The little details there repulsing away that grenade, but just as quickly as we say that, we do now have control once again from eUnited as they try to break the 100-point mark, but C9, they're already at 236.
Hey, look how hard eUnited are having to work here to get any semblance of control. B and C are under their domain, so to speak. But they are down by 100 points. And look at Spartan, he hasn't been able to have any kind of free shot. Now he has to rotate towards A. It's a triple cap actually in effect. And even though Spartan was surviving, his teammates were doing God's work across the map to give them a chance of getting back into this. 236 to Cloud9, but eUnited showing signs of life.
Spartan needs to hit the shot against Stellar or at least stay alive if they want to have any prayer, because A and C now once again go in control of Cloud9. They'll trade up top, but is it too late? Rain now trying to cap A, and they're going to go for an A-B hold here.
Really important fight around A here. AB will be in the control of eUnited. They managed to scrape, they've managed to fight, they've managed to claw their way back into this one. But they can't afford any more mistakes. One slip up here and the game will go to Cloud9. Not only the game, but maybe the opportunity at a comeback in this grand final. Nice shot from King Nick. That's going to defend A. Narrowly misses the one onto Stella. Maybe a little bit of nerves in those shots coming in from Nick.
Yeah, King Nick there, right, staying alive. Also goes sky high, tries to get a creative angle onto the bridge. Unable to do so now. Still AB. You have to think, though, the pressure's going to be coming. Yes, 2 players in-house for C9.
Now, what we need to see here from eUnited is a quick rotation towards C. They are going to lose A, and that is going to allow C9 to score. They need to get inside of a stronghold. They need to do it quickly because 2:44 and rising is the score. 5 more points here for C9. Eco with 1. Rhino tries to make the play here towards A, but you can see the pressure is already on him from Penguin.
Rain dies at C. That's going to be it then. There you go. Cloud9 win game number 3. And now they're only 1 game away from closing out our grand finals in a 4-0 sweep.
C9 fans Maybe one hand on the trophy. 3-0 up in the series in this best of 7. And to be honest with you, that was a dominant performance. That was not a close game whatsoever. C9 were just on top.
On top, and you have to think eUnited wishing maybe they can get that game 2 back, as we take a look at highlights from your game number 3.
This is the point where eUnited were trying to force some sort of a comeback here, but they were being out-rotated a lot of the time. This was the moment that actually changed things for me. You saw that A was the play for Cloud9, and you look across the board here and you see some respawns coming in. There's a little bit of desperation towards B. You look where Rain dies here. You look where Spartan dies here inside a B stronghold.
Right.
Nobody thinking about the next move.
To see only
it's
Rain.
Just trying to hold on to what we have.
Yeah, watch this. It's only Rain. So Ryan Noob is getting A, yes, but they're already losing B. C is you're about to see him turn towards it. Rain's already dead at C. He's the only player there. At the end, it was just all C9. They close it out.
The reaction from Ryan Noob says it all right.
Yeah.
Just, what am I meant to do in that situation? You know, I'm trying to do what I can at A, but now we find ourselves in an interesting position here, because even though we might be saying, you know, one game now for Cloud9 to close things out, eUnited's record on Aquarius has been absolutely superb.
It has. I don't believe they've lost a game there in terms of Slayer or capture the flag. So certainly poised to be an interesting game 4. But man, once again, eUnited, they got to be thinking about that 46-45 Slayer, because they would much rather be sitting on this stage in a situation where it's 2-1, a little bit more room to breathe, a little bit more cushion. Their coach Chig out of retirement. Great to see him there on the main stage with the eUnited boys, but what they need here is some wins on the board.
Maybe some words of inspiration as well. Maybe the eUnited fans to start getting behind them a little bit. Give them that belief in the crowd. If you're an eUnited fan at home, maybe start spamming in the chat a little bit, because they need that energy to get back into this series. One win can turn things around though. As we know, such a momentum-based team. eUnited get Spartan fired up with a big win, a big BR fight. You never know what can happen, but it has to happen now.
Certainly, this is of course do or die for the eUnited side. If C9 wins this, they will be your champions here at HCS Raleigh. eUnited needs to turn things on, and turn things on right now. It will require a reverse sweep in order to win this series.
You had to say it, didn't you? Reverse sweep, you had to say it. We've seen a few of them.
The great thing is you can't even jinx it anymore.
Exactly, that's a good point actually.
Because we have the most wild series coming out of the grand finals here. Here we go. CTF on Aquarius is going to be your game number 4. C9 versus eUnited, a must-win game for eUnited.
First team to capture 5 flags will win. Or the most flags that have been captured when that time does elapse. That camouflage has been so vital for teams to create openings, Andy. That's going to be spawning top mid every couple of minutes or so. But for now, eUnited, this is the last chance to extend the series for Cloud9. It's one more game.
Good opening nades there from eUnited. Actually, I'll say great opening nades from eUnited, as they'll pick up a few kills. A sidekick will go down. That's going to be Rain picking up another one, and eUnited also gets camo as well. What an opening from eUnited. Still 2 dead. Flag pull as well.
This is what they needed. They're getting the flag into closet. They've got support as well. One player still in the death screen for Cloud9. A 3v3 on the map for now, and it looks like the decision has been made to double back here. Camo in the hands of Nick as well. He should be able to take down Stella, but Stella gets a little bit of a wiggle on and manages to stay alive for now.
2 dead each side. These next kills pivotal. Stellar already around that flag, so they need to get there quick.
Renegade is also there. Where are those dynamo grenades? He's going for that return, and he gets the return. Stella putting his life on the line. Speaking of the dynamo grenades, there they are being thrown into that closet. The cutoffs being made sure that they're being manned here by Nick for eUnited, but that kind of opening for eUnited, do you feel they have to take it just to put some pressure onto C9?
They need to just keep that up. They need to keep the pressure. They're going to have to play some of the best Halo they've ever played. That is very clear in this series, and the opening is an encouraging one if you're an eUnited fan. 1 kill, almost turns 2 from Nick. That means the heat wave will go into the hands of Stellar.
And you can see all of the fights here happening on the Dynamo side of the map. It's almost like Plants doesn't exist for either of these teams, especially for eUnited.
That's right now. Renegade is going to sit back, tries to stay alive in the back of the base. He goes down, though. Still 2 dead for C9. So right now, you can take a look just at the top of the scoreboard. eUnited clearly controlling this game, especially in the kills category.
A couple of breadsticks for C9. Penguin with the 1 kill. Stella also with that 1 kill. Ryan now trying to move in on that base. He's got the heat wave in his hands and just waiting for support from teammates. All of Cloud9 at the moment just curled up in the back of the base. There is that opening opportunity for them to maybe move forward. Eco's going to be there, and Eco will win an important battle to get back just a semblance of the control on the map.
3 dead once again. Gonna be Rain starting this flag run here. Gonna try to get this across Dynamos as fast as he can. He still has not been shot as he brings this flag home.
Past 75% point of the map. The throw up to the window as well is gonna be the quickest way for eUnited to show some life in this series. They get the first cap on the board. It's 1-0 to EU.
Perfect little toss up there to the top of the base. Helping is the teammate to cap that flag. By the way, we got to mention, C9 is 6-1 in CTF. eUnited only 3-3, however, they strike first.
We talked about their flawless record here on Aquarius. You can see why as well. It's very, very rare you will see a team like C9 under so much pressure, not being able to get out of their spawns. eUnited doing exactly that to them at the moment. Penguin gonna drop the commando for the BR. Those little things make the difference. Penguin, that is a big, big play. And also a mechanically impressive one too.
Right, and those of you maybe just tuning in for the first time in the grand finals here, you do get to pull up your weapon faster when you drop your other weapon. Instead of using your weapon swap button, you actually get to drop a little bit faster. Now Rain starting what could be the second flag run for eUnited.
3v3 on the map at the moment, and keep an eye on the kill feed. Stella's gonna pick up one, which is gonna make this run pretty difficult for eUnited. Rain will stay alive for now, and Rain actually manages to escape. And even though Eco is sat on this return, some pressure might come in pretty soon, but his teammates doing a good job across the map to pick up the kills required. That flag will go back home.
Eco single-handedly gets that return, and he so wisely plays those corridors in utility. However, Ryan Noob wins that one. Renegade trying to take down Rain, he will with a perfect kill. But that flag goes back home, so the score will stay at 1-0 in favor of eUnited.
Now we're finally being reminded there is another side to this map, as we're seeing some battles actually happen on the plant side. Nick trying to put some shots onto Penguin to clean up that kill. Good comms coming in from eUnited. And I mentioned how it could be one BR fight. One flag cap is it falls into the same kind of conversation as something just to give you the belief they need. Ryan now moving the second.
Both flags are out. eUnited running this one. They can't run it at the expense of losing the other flag, though. Not worth the trade. We'll have to see how this plays out. Nice work from Spartan there with a thrust. Perfect kill as well.
Great shots. Penguin has camo, but you can see the escort is there for this flag. They need to get that return. It looks like Ryan will be able to do so on his way back. eUnited get their second flag on the board. They're up by 2.
And just like that, despite C9's record here, once again, 6-1 in CTF, and eUnited having an even record. Look at Penguin also avoiding the Dynamo nades, delicately dancing away from those as he'll stay alive in utility.
He's got about as much health left as I do hair on my head. He manages to fight for now. Finally will be taken down, however, as 2 kills once again fall in the favor of Cloud9, but 2 kills also fallen the other way for eUnited. So Stella's going to have to just stutter this flag cap. He's going to work with Eco here. If they can pick up a couple of kills on respawners, maybe there's a chance to move this past the 50-yard line.
Yeah, they've taken a lot of time, though, so it means, once again, Stellar trying to work with Eco. They do get a few kills, but however, all that time just allows the guys on eUnited to just set up a little bit more. They get a little bit more angles, better positioning, and just like that, that flag run will slow down. Eco's still trying to make this flag run happen, though.
Penguin picks up a beat down. It will be traded out almost immediately, though, by eUnited. So we're back to a 3v3 on the map, but look at this. Eco now with a flank onto those players, but he has to wait for support. You can see he doesn't want to push in because he knows his teammates aren't in position to help. Now those shots are coming in. Eco can make the play, but he can't quite finish until now. 2 for Eco. Ryan Noob, though, having to defend and doing so well.
Great plays from Eco, but I gotta say, it took him a little bit too long. Ryan Noob staying alive. He'll have a few fresh spawners here from eUnited, so any possibility of a C9 pull is still gonna be highly contested here. They have to continue slaying in the back of the base, but they're doing it, and they're gonna pull as well.
Pressure coming in from the courtyard area, though, from eUnited, so Penguin's gonna have to slow things down once more. Knows that if he just dives on that flag without waiting for his shields, it's going to be a flag that will be returned pretty quickly. Eco and Spartan trading in the kill feed, and while all of that is going on, the power-up has now been picked up. Renegade's going to have it. He's going to have the chance to pick up the kills required to get that flag moving.
They're going to try to fly in. This is one of the longest flag run attempts you will see in professional Halo. C9 not giving up on the utility run. Renegade sneaking in. Flag is returned, though, so he's going to continue slaying. And right now, C9 with very good control and a lot of kills on the board. They're starting actually to outslay. However, it has not shown up on the scoreboard.
I have absolutely no idea how Nick did what he did.
Yeah.
But Nick did what he did. He managed to pick up 2 kills down on those dynamo grenades to make the opportunity to run that flag almost non-existent for Cloud9. Penguin is alive for now. Rhino's going to be challenging. A little bit of a head bob around that box as the players change places. Rhino Going to be in the death screen and going to be joined by Rain as Stella hits some nice shots. And finally, we're starting to see a little bit more pressure from Cloud9. It's been a hot start from eUnited, but now most of the action is actually happening inside of the eUnited base.
Yeah, a lot of pressure, but how much has it done for them on the scoreboard? If I'm at eUnited, I'm very happy to continue playing that way. They tried to control utility for the past 2.5 minutes, and despite getting a lot of kills, it only translated to one flag pull that only got to utility. One player we got to point out, though, it's Nick, 20 and 10 right now on eUnited. The man is popping off. The next highest on the other team is only 12 kills.
The young guns, Gunny, is popping off. Control of the closet is in control of eUnited. Nice shots with that commando. Sparty's going to be there to pick up the kill. Eco gets taken down by Sparty as well, so a couple of kills falling to him, and that's going to create the opening to move that flag. And this is one thing they have been very good at so far, United. Objective efficiency. When they get that flag moving, it's very rare that C9 will be in a position to get that one back home.
Look at Spartan trying to pull the heat wave out. He gets double teamed, though, so that flag will likely return, though. Here, let's see what Renegade does as they try to get control of the same area of the map. Once again, it's utility.
Flag return.
Sliding into the action. Nice shots onto Nick as well to get that kill. The thrust saves him in that situation. Another player going to be creeping up from behind, creeping up the stairs. As another camouflage now goes into the hand of C9. Now, this is not the first time we've seen them in this position, Andy, but they've still not been able to break into the base. They've still not been able to get that eUnited flag past the 50-yard line. And again, the pressure is just consistent from EU.
Rain with a beautiful pre-nade on his own utility that's going to just push Teller back a little bit. He has to continue circling. If I'm Hoaxer, the coach of C9 right now, I'm telling the team, we have to do something a little bit differently. Yeah, we're getting kills. Yeah, we're getting control, but we are not getting flags. And once again, it's a double in the back of the base. But now as Rain picks up this one, once again, it's not translating. C9 only has 3 minutes on the clock. They have to do something differently in these last 3 minutes.
Right, who's going to miss the beatdown? And now Penguin's going to be moving in. That Dynamo grenade might be the difference because that now stops that cutoff. eUnited cannot rotate back into their base. Penguin will be able to escape now with that flag. One player down for eUnited as well, and you can see all of a sudden, from this third-person view, that all of the pieces are starting to come together here for C9 on this flag run. The first time they've got it past the 50-yard line means it'll be the first time they get it back to their base, and C9 get a flag cap on the board. Now they only need one to tie it up.
And here they go home free, and Penguin also adds the cherry on top with the outplay from bottom middle. He'll win that one now, 2-1, 2:35 left on the clock. Stellar also heating up with the heat wave. They're gonna look for another pull right away. Like you said, Onset, finally they get the Dynamo nades, they get the pulls, they force the planar side spawns instead of waiting too long on those slays.
Oh, Ryan Noob! He was one shot in that corner and somehow managed to pick up a double kill. That was a big, big play from Ryan Noob as he now tries to engage with Renegade. Renegade going to push in here, should pick up this kill. He will go down, but with 2 minutes left on this clock, I want to check in with Cloud9. I want to see what the comms are like, to see if they can get the pieces working together, if they can get that flag moving by jumping in to an Astro listening.
Ryan's dead.
With the shooting stairs,
one shot, back flag, so he wig. Right there.
In the P tunnel.
I'm gonna get on their flag with camo, guys.
I heard that.
Like, literally, like, where we just killed that guy.
I'm trying to go look for nades.
You ping 2 flanking me, bro. Ping 2.
P2 top mid. Guys, I'm not in a good spot. You guys, fuck.
No, you're in a good spot, bro. I'm not even trying.
I don't see P2 rated.
Yeah, 2 guys cause it. Yo, we need kills for Kevin. We need kills.
Push their closet, guys.
Yeah,
push their
I hear
closet, Rain. He's weak. 2 shot.
That, nice.
Back flag, Nick.
Nice.
Nick's their back flag. Nick's their back flag.
Pull Kevin, I'm running.
They're from base in their fridge. I shouldn't have done that. Nick's their back flag with a fucking heat wave, guys.
Dude, he's just hiding there.
We
have him in love. Yeah, we have him in love.
Their courtyard, their closet, and P2.
Yeah.
Yo, get up.
I talk about how the pieces haven't quite come together for Cloud9 on a number of occasions. That was the perfect example to see it in that listening. I mean, we saw what they were trying to do. You heard what they were trying to do. But the execution wasn't quite there. And with 50 seconds left on the clock, they need to step up now. Otherwise, this will be the first map in our grand final going to eUnited.
Nick will trade with Penguin there. Very happy to get that trade. Renegade still trying to make something happen on the bottom Dynamo side, but guess what? Spartan is there. He picks up another one. Stellar trying to do something from his own side of the base, but it's not easy now. Just like that, 30 seconds left. C9 has to strike right now if they want to win this game.
They do, but Rain is going to slow things down once again. He's also going to have the heat wave. So if you thought it was tough to break into the base, it's going to be even tougher. Stella tries to rotate in. King Nick will pick up the kill alongside some help from his teammate. Penguin will be taken down, and Cloud9 falling like dominoes here. Renegade, 2 players in front of him. He can't make anything work. And with just 8 seconds left in this game, it's looking like eUnited will be back in the series.
Stuck in the back of their base. eUnited knows it. eUnited, they win their first game of the grand finals. They stay alive, and we are going to a game number 5 here.
A lifeline. That's all it is right now for eUnited. But to stay alive, you need that game. You need the belief to be reinstalled. We mentioned their record as well, Andy. On Aquarius, flawless. That continues after that win. The objective efficiency, the difference between the teams.
I mean, and also the objective inefficiency of C9. I'm so glad we got to hear that listening from the C9 side, because first of all, C9's comms are perfect. They waste no time. Everything they say is fantastic. However, eUnited was shutting them down, and they said, guys, we need kills for Kevin. Kevin has camo on the flag. He's ready to pull. He's ready to finish the last players, but they could not do it. eUnited too strong in our game number 4. We are headed to a game number 5. We are not done yet.
We'll have a little replay package together for you to remind you what just happened and what a hot start it was. I think that was the most influential moment in this game, right? The fact eUnited didn't have to wait too long to get that first flag cap in was the real big momentum swing for them. After getting that, it was only a couple of minutes till they got the second.
Yep.
And from there, they just had to play defense. It's so difficult to break into the base sometimes on Aquarius when you have multiple players with grenades ready to use those little ramps at the back to bank those nades up and stop those flags getting pulled. But it's amazing how a team can change right through just one flag cap.
And what timing to strike when they did and strike twice. They played the next 10 minutes or so of the game on defense, and a frantic defense. Look how often Cloud9 had control of the utility. If we had a heat map on set of this game, it would be Cloud9 in their opponent's utility for the entire time. However, it did not translate in the end. Only one flag for C9 you saw go in there. But even for the last 2 minutes, eUnited able to hold off the C9 push.
Don't have a heat map. Stella had a heat wave. And even with that, they couldn't break into the base. You can see every time it was just one by one the pushes from Cloud9. And I think that's something that maybe they're going to have to look at.
Yeah.
After this tournament is done, just not quite coordinating, not quite baiting and switching enough in and around the base. Maybe someone just, flanking from the plant side, causing a problem, dragging some attention away. Might be something to work on, but at the same time, you've got to give a lot of credit for eUnited there. The way they held it down, they're back in the series.
Nick, by the way, 28 and 15 at the end of that game. That's double the kills of some of his opponents in that game. Amazing stuff. 2-1 is going to be our CTF Aquarius score, which means we're going to Slayer on Bazaar.
We certainly are. Now, Bazaar. This is a real opportunity for eUnited to get back into things as well. I cannot highlight enough how important the first 10 to 15 seconds can be in this game, though, Andy.
Yeah, when we talk about the opening rush, it's everything now as we take a look here to see which team might be able to get an advantage here. Rockets, Overshield, Grapple, so many things in play.
Certainly are. As Nick is going to be sliding out bottom middle, you can see the C9 choosing to play the high ground. Nobody actually exiting from the double doors. There's a grapple shot, a beatdown. As eUnited, after a pretty good start, find themselves now tied up at 2-2. A couple of kills going to be traded out. Where has that overshield fallen, though? Has anyone managed to get it in their control? Spartan having to back up. Map control looks like it's in C9's favor, but Nick with that kill is going to open things up.
Certainly going to keep an eye, like you said, on the power-ups in the Rockets. Spartan does very well to clean up the kill on his bridge. Now wondering where everything might be in play. Rockets still up. You can just tell by that icon here. Tries to challenge here on Renegade. Looks like he'll probably get cleaned up as well. 7-7. Finally, we have a Rocket grab. 45 seconds into the game. Goes in the hands of Eco.
Eco will pick up one, so one kill from 2 Rockets, but he comes away with his life, which is almost even more important, to be honest with you, when you're in these big, high-pressure situations like a grand final. Surprise, surprise! United hiding in some corners, and they will tie the game up for just a moment. A couple of kills do fall to C9 in the meantime, though, as Renegade will pick up one of those kills to give them a little bit of a cushion here.
And we are already in the danger zone. Oh my God, talk about a teammate. Renegade comes flying in with a last-second grenade.
And if you want to talk about importance of the sandbox here in Halo Infinite, did you notice what Renegade did there? Look down at the floor. He was trying to time those dynamo grenades. He saw when the weapon pad was going to be popping and when he had the opportunity to pick up those grenades, which can be so vital to not only cleaning out areas of the map, but picking up information too.
That's right. Week after week, we continue to see those prioritized more and more heavily. 11-13, just a 2-kill game. eUnited eUnited making sure to keep this one close.
Ryan Noob tries to grapple up. It's a little bit reckless though. And he'll give away his life for now. 3 kills the difference between the two teams, but in 6 seconds that overshield is going to be coming up. You can see that Nick and Penguin having a little bit of a battle. A little bit of a peek over the fence. The Spartan decides, like, why is this all going on? I'll try and steal in, but C9 are waiting for it. The trap was set, and Spartan took the bait.
Spartan there tries to use the thrust to get to the overshield quickly, then turn the corner, however, unable to do so. Now look at this Stellar push.
Oh
Gonna come in here, double kill, killing spree for Stellar. Now up by 5, there's another one, triple kill for Stellar here. They go up 19-13.
19-13. That kill and that overshield, the difference maker so far. Stellar now with that Mangler in hand, still doing a lot of damage, can retreat to his team to try and just calm things down once more. The damage has been done here for Cloud9. They don't have to overextend here. They need to keep the deaths down, but Spartan is going to pick up one. Ryan is going to pick up another one, and eUnited answering back here.
And if eUnited has shown us one thing, it's that in each of these games, even the games that they lost, they can keep things close. They can keep things very respectable and within reason, and they continue to do that here, only down by 5. It's going to be C9 slowing things down with a little bit of control, 20-15, as we get ready for that next round of power-ups.
Respectful. Close enough isn't good enough though for eUnited at the moment. Cloud9 have the 3-1 advantage. They're just one map away from closing out this grand finals. The Rockets do go to eUnited though. Ryan trying to push in. He'll pick up 2 kills. That's a big double. Another player above him as well. Eco falls from the skies. Ryan Noob cannot win it though. And Eco makes a huge play for C9.
Just like that though, 20-24. It's a 4-kill game, even closer than when we last checked in on the scoreboard. 25 seconds now until that next overshield. Like you said, Dynamo Nade's still being prioritized so heavily.
Rain down to no shields, but manages to slide out and actually get the trade, so a pretty good situation at the end of it there for Rain, but 26-21. The kills are starting to rack up now. The move on that overshield is being made once more by C9. They got the last one. That was where we saw the lead extend, and they look like they're in position to maybe pick up another.
Surprised to see Ryan Noob hit the deck so early there, about 14 seconds before the overshield pop, but it looks like he might have just been forced out of HUD. Overshield grab does come in for Penguin. He's going to wait. He's going to get the Dynamo Nades as well, and now he pops the overshield. 7-kill lead for them. Also going to grab the grapple. This could be the beginning of the end.
Penguin, he's got his pockets full. He's looking for kills. There's one. Teammate there to pick up the second as well. 31-23 the score. The overshields have been the difference between the two.
I tell you what does eUnited have up their sleeve? What can they do? They're down 31-23 against the C9 that maybe has never looked better in Halo Infinite. Now 7:27 on the clock. Spartan doing everything he can to maybe offer his team some angles.
Shooting those dynamo grenades as well to see if he can pick up the kill on the player who just managed to escape towards Market there. So now the push is going to be coming in on the hot side. Penguin's going to be there alongside Stellar to give him a little bit of an advantage when someone does poke through that door. But C9 also recognizing that they don't need to do anything here. They can back up right to the back of the base. They can make eUnited come to them.
Here's the thing, C9 now has such a cushion that they can play this game very differently. They don't have to put up with a lot of the stuff that they would normally do in an even game. They can prioritize each and every piece of this map the way that they want to. Now picking up another one, 35-27. Going to be an 8-kill game.
Rain going to be pushed as well. The AR shredding through the shields, and a little bit of help is going to add that kill to the tally here. 14 kills needed for Cloud9 to call themselves champs. On the other side of things, it's looking like an uphill battle for eUnited. Renegade picks up one. Spartan will trade it out, but Penguin also in the kill feed. He's just going to increase this lead now. Now, what do eUnited have to do? Surely the overshield, the next one has to go to them.
I'll tell you what they got to do. They got to figure out how to shut down Stellar and Renegade, who are 15-6 and 13-9 respectively. Enormous numbers from those two players in this game. They are leading the way as they look at the home stretch. They will hit the 40 mark. It's 40-30. Only 10 more kills from C9.
So it's been brutal from C9 in our grand final so far.
Oh, look at the drop, the timing. Look at the technical work from Stellar there. He will add another one to 41-31.
Make that 42. Eco picks up another. Nick tries to do what he can. He escapes for now, but for how long can eUnited survive here? It looks like it's starting a little bit of a victory tour for Cloud9. 43. Start to add him up. Add an overshield to the party as well. Renegade. He's going to be moving forward with that. Penguin. He's got the rockets as well. It's 45 kills now, just 5 to go.
Looks like the perfect recipe for disaster for C9. 46-33.
Blind rocket into the pillars isn't going to do enough though. Rain tries to survive. Grenades being flown towards his body. He gets traded out as well. Renegade, Renegade, trying to make a move down onto the last remaining players here. It's 48 kills on the board, just 2 more to go here. Make that one. Mangler in the hands, at the grapple. C9 have been phenomenal so far in this grand final, but they can't find that last kill. Until now! Stella picks up the final kill. Cloud9 will be your champions here in Raleigh. And the first ever Halo Infinite live event winners.
The C9 banners are out. Every single person in this room standing for your very first Halo Infinite champions and the champions of HCS Raleigh.
Make some noise for C9. They have been outstanding over the last 3 days. A first event win for Penguin.
How about it? And right away, hugs from the girlfriend, hugs from the friends and family. Down here on the floor right away. This means so much to him. His first ever LAN win after years of professional play. It saw Cloud9 4-1 in the end.
A magical moment for everybody who's here in Raleigh. eUnited gave it their all. But it's C9 who will be your champions. A huge congratulations to them. An amazing moment.
An amazing moment indeed. Each of them going to have a chance to hoist this trophy on this beautiful main stage in Raleigh, North Carolina. Historic weekend. A return to form for not only C9, but also the Halo community and esports after a very long 2 years. Each player now proudly hoisting this trophy.
Deservedly so as well. We've got confetti cannons, we've got sparklers, and most importantly, we got a trophy in the hands of Cloud9. Renegade's going to take his turn as well to raise it. A lot of work has gone in from C9 over the last few weeks.
Stone? It's Penguin!
Give it up for Penguin! First event win! We're going to send it down to the stage now for my guy, Blaze, to take it away for an interview.
Cloud9, they get it done in the first event. Give it up for it one more time. Stellar, I'm going to start with you, man, okay? Absolutely went off on that last map, man. Tell me what this means for you and the boys, and how do you feel?
I mean, the first event, Infinite, about time I went off on Bazaar Slayer, actually. I get destroyed on that online, but, you know, I mean, it just means a lot. I'm happy to play on LAN for the first time in a couple years, and Halo's back.
Halo's back, baby! Eco, what does this win mean for you, man?
Yeah, I mean, this win means everything. We work so hard online, you know. People say we don't take things very serious, but I mean, I feel like we showed we're a pretty serious team today.
Yeah, I think you guys definitely did show you was really serious, all right? Now come on over to Penguin, man. The first thing that you did, you had to go show some love in the crowd, okay? What does this event mean for you?
Oh, dude, it's my first event win for 44.
Give it up for him.
It's about time. I think I was one under-nated for most grand finals appearances without a win. So if I would have lost, I would have been tied with him. So I needed that one.
Hey, well, you got it in, man. You got it in, and you made history the right way. Now come on over. Whew. The coach, okay? Give him a round of applause, because he came away with the commendation and got it done and got these boys in shape. How you feeling?
Man, I feel so fantastic, man. I'm so proud of these guys. The trials and tribulations of this team, most people will never know, but you know, we all went through it together and we overcame, and we're the best team. We always knew we were, and yeah, here we are.
All right, here we are. All right, man, come on over, Renegade, okay? Because when it comes down to this team, when they needed somebody to make a play, they knew they could always count on you to get that kill when they needed it. What does this feel like for you and Cloud9?
Dude, this is my first, I guess the first LAN in forever. We got to win the first Infinite event. I'm literally so excited, and I'm glad to do it with these guys.
All right, yo, you guys, man. Cloud9, your champions of HCS Raleigh. Give it up for them one more time.
Cloud9 take the win on the main stage. stage, grand finals fashion. It was absolutely glorious to behold. And my goodness, what dominance they asserted there against eUnited. Yes, they did go down a map. But yes, it was eUnited's best one at that. And I'll tell you what, they put up a good fight on Aquarius CTF. And my goodness, did they take the win for Cloud9 home here in Raleigh. Clutch, you know, you actually called it right at the start that this roster was the one to watch out for. This roster wanted to make a statement in Raleigh at the first LAN event. And my goodness, they did it.
A statement these guys have made. Penguin gets his first win. The boys in blue, they show up as strong as ever. They get to hoist that trophy, and rightfully so, because these guys continued right where they left off in Halo 5, champions.
Gaskin, what does this feel like right now for your Cloud9? You know, a little bit of a bumpy start, but you go to LAN, you close it out with your team. Another teammate has come to his first ever win on this stage. You know, what are they feeling?
I think this just reassures their confidence in themselves. They knew they had what it takes to win this event, with how they've been performing in certain scrims online, certain tournaments here or there, but it's just been getting over that final hurdle, a couple of finals that didn't go their way, and that's always going to be kind of a tough situation. So I'm really impressed with how they've turned up to LAN. They've showed what they're made of, and now, I mean, there's been a few times this event where I've nearly cried, right? When we first opened the show and everyone was screaming and shouting, when GB won the big team battle, and when we saw Penguin get his first event win and going in to hug his girlfriend as well. I mean, just such special moments here in Raleigh.
I think Walshy almost cried then, just for a little second when you said that. However, Walshy, now you're crying for a little bit of a different reason. Of course, we're going to have a look at the bracket, but while we do, man, what a journey we have been on so far in Raleigh. The championship bracket has gone the way of Cloud9 here. They've gone through the winners bracket. They didn't allow the reset to come in from eUnited, asserted their dominance. What do you make of this Cloud9 roster going forward here for the rest of the season?
I mean, they're the real deal. Like Clutch said, they went out on top at the end of Halo 5. We talk about the absolute dominance that we saw from the Sentinel/Optic/CLG roster, you know, all the different banners they played under. But at the end of the day, the very end of Halo 5, these were the best players. They closed up the last few events, and they're showing that this era is continuing for them.
Yeah,
I mean, it was so close with so many other rosters here, but end of the day, they won at the end of Halo 5, and they're winning at the beginning of Infinite.
I think for me, we've had 2 years since the last LAN event, and these guys, they're known for not performing nearly as strong in the online environment. But when the lights are on and the pressure is the most, these guys shine. It is so important that these guys came out this weekend and proved to the world that they are still the best team in the world. They are still the most relevant champions, and that they kept their confidence throughout all of the online gameplay, because COVID has done a lot over the past 2 years to a lot of people. I wondered if it was going to waver Cloud9's confidence. They proved this weekend nothing can waver Cloud9's confidence.
Also, I think we need to see Native come out of retirement and try and break that dunk, because now Penguin's been able to do it. You could see what it meant to him. This whole roster were able to guide him through his first victory.
Or it would have been better if Penguin tied that record, and then Nate's like, I'm coming out of retirement, and I'm getting in one more grand finals and taking second.
You are way too deep in the BTB type of storylines here, Walshy. That would have been absolutely glorious if that had happened. I tell you what, though, he might not come out of retirement if he hears about the prize pool that we're hopefully putting together for a retirement for the Halos as well. But, you know, that being said, Stella, we heard him earlier as well say it's about time he went off on Bazaar, and he certainly did. Stella was absolutely lights out. I'd said it before, but really, he stepped up in this grand finals.
And I think that speaks volumes to what Clutch was saying about how they play online compared to how they're playing on LAN. In Bazaar, they really struggled online. On LAN, they didn't lose Bazaar this entire tournament, which is mad. And it's great to see that we've got a lot of maps being favorites for these teams. So many stories developing. I was talking about it on Twitter. Optic on Livefire, for example. You've now got Cloud9 on Bazaar. We've also got, of course, Aquarius being a fantastic map for eUnited. They didn't lose all tournament long. So we're starting to see now patterns emerge where playstyles really start to benefit certain teams on certain maps.
Yeah, indeed. And talking about playstyles, Clutch, when you look at Cloud9, what kind of comes to the top of your mind in terms of their playstyle, and what other teams are going to be up against for this next year? I
mean, they're just a fast-paced, aggressive, confident team. And I know we talk about their confidence, but it really is the thing that sticks out the most for these guys. Every single gunfight, I expect these guys to win. No matter whose screen we're watching. If it's Stellar, Eco, Renegade, these guys do not miss shots. They are such difficult kills. And because of it, they just create so many opportunities for the rest of their team. It's it's poetry in motion when you watch these guys play Halo.
It really is poetry in motion, and eUnited really struggled through that grand finals. There were moments and flashes of where they could honestly keep up here, but we have Bizarre on our screens at the moment. This Slayer really went in the way of Cloud9 here. They had control of market, they had control of the power-ups and power weapons. We see the Mangler coming forward here on their tree, and my goodness, they were just cleaning up, Walshy.
Yeah, this triple really set the tone here for Cloud9 to close this series out. And they just work like such a well-oiled unit. They do everything right. Whoever's in the right positions, cleaning up the kills. Everyone else is running distractions or laying down shots across the map. It really just enables any player to shine at any moment.
Look how many times in this highlight package, by the way, you'll see the Mangler being dropped onto the floor and the battle rifle whipped out. Cloud9 have adjusted to the early meta of Halo Infinite very quickly indeed, and that's one of the reasons why they're the champions here today.
Indeed, let's just take a quick look at the series layout though. This is exactly how the grand finals went here. The last series of the night in Raleigh, and C9 closed it out pretty swiftly, honestly, because we had a potential bracket reset if eUnited had done well. They denied all of that happening. Cloud9 really did not let go of the ball here, and my goodness, they just lit up the stage. It was absolutely phenomenal stuff from all of this team. I'm so excited to see how they fare in Pro Series coming up as well. I mean, it's gonna be pretty tough for some of the opponents, I think, after that grand finals, because
it's
my
online.
goodness.
Don't worry about it.
True. Stella said online, it's not so great on Bizarre. Hey, maybe they might go backwards here. Actually, speaking of that though, Clutch, I'm interested to know what kind of improvement do you feel Cloud9 have made in general? You know, apart from the online and LAN thing, you know, I want to talk about how they've adapted to gameplay here, how they've adapted to their opponents.
I mean, Dan said it best, right? They're adapting to the meta so quickly. They start to see that drop the weapon in the middle of a fight and be able to pull up your BR with the ready time that it has in Infinite, and they immediately started doing it. And it wasn't just one, it wasn't just two, it was the whole team. These guys are all in on creating the meta, on setting the bar for what we expect the highest level of Infinite to be. That's why Cloud9 is who they are.
Indeed, and they did set that bar. They really did. And that being said, we have the AMD power play of the event, and it's going to be Renegade in our grand finals, map 1, with the grapple, with the sword, just being a complete menace. This guy has been popping off all day, all weekend. I don't think he's going to be stopping anytime soon, Gaskin.
It's just the way that, and I know it looks like a simple thing at the very basic, at the very core level, but to do this in a grand final, to take that time, to take that risk, to just prioritize picking up the sword when you can hear the footsteps of someone approaching you to your left. Because if that goes wrong, if you miss that grapple, then you are probably going to die. I know it looks very simple, and it probably is at its very core. Pressure situations, sometimes they make those things a little bit more difficult.
Can 100% confirm is not simple. Tried all of this stuff at home, never works for me. Don't know what's lacking, to be perfectly honest, in my gameplay, but I'm going to go back to the drawing board. Walshy, on the drawing board though, Renegade as a player, where does he sit for you? You know, this caliber of a team, he really fits in so well and he brings so much to the table.
Yeah, I mean, ever since Renegade entered the scene, he's just been such a dominant force. He's always able to break through in those neutral scenarios like we saw on that Recharge Slayer where he says, all right, you know, we have kind of a tie game here or a neutral scenario. I'm just going to grapple in with a shock rifle or grab the sword and create those entry kills. And that is such a big difference maker in those scenarios, because if you miscalculate that and you execute incorrectly, your team's down a member.
Right.
You now lost that power weapon. But instead, he's just flying across the map, just doing all this stuff, creating all this action, and that is such an easy play style to play off of as a teammate. It's like, oh wait, you got a kill? All right, I'll join the action now. I'll help jump in, and now that we got 4-on-3, let's do this.
Indeed, it has honestly just been lights out so far all weekend, and as we wrap things up here on the desk, I want to get the final thoughts of you guys. Clutch, first, LAN, back. Are you happy?
So happy. I can't even believe the opportunity that we had this weekend, the growth as a Halo community that we had this weekend. The viewership was unbelievable. The production was unbelievable. Big shout out to everybody in the back that has worked countless hours this weekend with very little sleep, very little food. You guys are amazing back there. The rest of the production team, you guys are also amazing. Esports Engine, thank you. HCS team 343, you guys have crushed it. Halo is back, baby.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Gaskin. LAN has been an absolute dream come true. It's so good to hear your stats coming on board again. Your casting's been phenomenal. Have you had fun here in Raleigh?
I have. It's amazing to see how Halo has managed to get to this point once again. I do wish that My brother could have been here to see this because he got me into Halo, and it's just been a really emotional time. I said I wouldn't cry, so I'm not going to cry. But I did also enjoy the fact that we got to see so much passion from everyone involved. Players, talent, the community, the staff. Walshy even lost a big team battle against Golden Boy, so everyone's gone through the works here. It's been a tough time, but it's been an amazing time.
This is very true. Hey, Walshy, you may have lost that big team battle, but I'll tell you what, we all won in here today in Raleigh. Having a legend like yourself on the desk casting, it's been an absolute pleasure, dude. I just want to ask you, first land back, Halo is back. How are you feeling?
It feels really special. It's easy to overlook a few pieces in here. Like, Halo's been such a big part of my life. I've given so much to this community, and this community has given back to me way more than I could ever ask for. It's truly changed my life, and to come out here and see Halo have such a strong start with Infinite here in this first month, I just hope it continues this momentum. And then a LAN event like this, it's also easy to overlook like how difficult this last year and a half has been. We've been living in a pandemic period, and to get an opportunity like this, to see my friends, to have some sense of normalcy return to my life, it means more than I maybe let on during the broadcast.
I tell you what, we're hitting the fields up on the desk right now to close this show, and I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, folks, though, Halo does continue. We do have our Pro Series happening in January. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And then LAN does return, of course, in California. We have DreamHack Anaheim coming your way. You have so much to look forward to here, of course. February the 11th is going to be absolutely amazing, so make sure you guys are going to be there or watching. But that is going to do it for us at the Halo Championship Series Kickoff Major. Raleigh has been a spectacle, and these few days will be ones that we never forget as we started the competitive season for Halo Infinite. Cloud9 are your Raleigh champions and will be the ones to watch as we start our Pro Series next month. Thank you so much for joining us across this historic weekend. Halo is back, and it won't be long until it's on your screens once again.